one, then you were two, then we were kids, and then you succeed by making a family.
France, Pierre, Baptiste, thank you so much for having us. Where are we?
On est au Galichet, dans la maison de Catherine et Pierre, qui est la maison de mes arrière-grands-parents, et dans la famille depuis au moins 5 générations avant Pierre. Donc ça, c'est ce qu'on a comme chiffre. C'est un chai qui a été construit en 1895, et Pierre et Catherine ont repris cette maison pour installer le domaine il y a 40 ans. Donc c'est
En Bourgueil.
En Bourgueil. On est à Bourgueil, bien sûr. On est à Bourgueil.
Donc, ici, il y a des millions d'années, il y avait la rivière il y avait la mer d'abord, et puis après la rivière qui s'est retirée. Quand la mer s'est retirée, la rivière était absorbée par la mer, et donc les graviers correspondent à l'ancien lit de la Loire, c'est-à-dire des sables et des cailloux. Et après, le coteau, à 150 mètres d'altitude, c'est des argiles calcaires. C'est là où tous les crustacés ont vraiment sédimenté pour donner cette pierre, quel calcaire, quel tuffeau qu'on rencontre dans toutes nos maisons ici et dans les châteaux.
And what's the thing that you like most about your area, about Bourgueil?
Pour moi, ça serait les souvenirs d'enfance, parce que c'est en partie cette maison et en partie les souvenirs que j'ai à Bourgueil sont construits autour du métier de mes parents et de leur rencontre en tant que vigneron.
Pour moi, c'est juste une histoire de famille, parce que les vignes de Rastigné, on est ici, sur cette terrasse de Grainvier. Elles viennent du côté de mon grand-père paternel, et les vignes du côté de Benay, c'est-à-dire Grandmont, Clos Sénéchal, Perrières, elles viennent du côté de ma grand-mère, c'est-à-dire du côté maternel.
Et moi, c'est une toute nouvelle aventure, parce que finalement, je suis né à Paris et j'ai grandi, j'ai vécu à Paris pendant 20 ans. Mais mon père est originaire d'ici, de Saint-Cyr-sur-Loire. Et en fait, c'est deux familles qui se rencontrent, qui se sont toujours connues presque, parce que mon père a rencontré Pierre il y a quasiment 40 ans maintenant. Et en fait, lui a eu un bistrot à vin nature dans les années 80 à Paris. Je crois qu'il l'a ouvert en 85. Et donc en fait, c'est des familles qui se sont toujours connues. Puis moi, j'ai été cuisinier avant de faire ce métier.
Could you please tell us some of the history of your domain, how it all started and...
C'est un domaine familial, comme beaucoup de domaines familiaux. Ici, la famille a des vignes depuis 5 ou 6 siècles. My first vintage I make was, I take the responsibility of the farm in 1982. I was just 20 years old, so it's 2 workers, so it was hard. And the vineyard was renting to a cooperative for the vinification. Not the vineyards were renting, but you need to leave the grapes to the cooperative to make the wine. So I don't want to stay too long in this case, because you have a wine that it was not your wine. You work the vineyards, but you don't make the wine from your ground. So I try to explain that to my grandparents, to my parents who are against me. So I take the vineyards off in 1985 to make my Cropper wine in 85. It was good, but not great. I meet Marcel Lapierre and Beaujolais in 1987. So, and I transform my vineyards in organic in the 90 to arrive to the wine we make today. Not using yeast, not using sulfate, picking grapes by hand, not filtration. Can make wine from the bone. Wine looks like what I was enough to do.
Was it a quick struggle at that time for introducing your wines to the market, or was it this energy of other producers as you...
The difficulty was much the wine in Bourgogne cost nothing, so you sell it not really good. And the thing is, the difficulty was to prove that we can live in organic. In the 90, I am the number 317 in Nature et Progrès, so Ecocer, so I mean the guy who looking for control
certification.
my certification. So today it's perhaps 10,000. So I was at the beginning of a story to make something that looks like me, natural wine. But before you need to be prepared in the vineyards, prepared in the wine. Prepared in the wine.
But would you say that the inspiration for going more towards the organic and natural way came from meeting other wine growers, or was it something that you had?
There is a way in your life where you chose what you want to do. First, I was young, there is a structure, and I was too young to understand the thing. Then you meet people like his father, who had a wine bar in Paris, who we resell wine like Marcel Lapierre or Pierre Auvernois or people like that. So it's what I would like to do. But I have not the way, the feedback to arrive to what I do. So they help me to meet this guy, this person, and after talking, we arrived to that.
And I will say also that when you started, you were alone. Then you meet Catherine, so my mother.
Yeah, and when did your mother join? When did you and Katrina?
I met Catherine in 1989, but we worked together in the 90s. We decided to work together. So in 91, I decided to transform my vineyards in organic because I think it was the time. She said, just do on a tiny parcel like Cosenechal, not on. I say, no, it's all or not. You decide or not to.
Then you work, you were one, then you were two, then we were kids, and then you succeed by making a family in this work. And
My ambition is they should be free to do what they do, like they do today, very pretty, very good. I'm just here in case to talk, but in the future I should be not there, so they should be alone to take the decision. It's like a children, you grow to be a student or to be a man or a woman.
But it's always nice to be able to talk to someone who's been doing it for 40 years.
yes,
The experience help to not make the bad choice or to make the bad thing. They do the thing and we talk after. I leave them free. You need to ask them how we manage it. Yeah. I leave them to make their experience. Even I do it perhaps a long time ago, or I forget it, but he say it should be good to do that or to I say no, it's rubbish, but do it, we shall see. And I leave them. On the future they should be alone, or I should be very happy. It's the case, in fact, 99% of the work they do, I'm not here.
but what is sure is it's a work that you need to share, and you need to share with people that do the same thing as you do. So some winemakers have other winemakers, I would say like godmother or godfather of wine, and you always need this to have not a judgment, but someone who is gonna give a feedback, but a true one, and not a feedback from customer or from drinkers, a feedback from someone who do the same work. So the chance we have is that the feedback we get it from Pierre and Catherine also, and they know by heart their vines and the works they did in those kind of grapes and vines, but they see the little things that change, and they can give compliment because they don't feel I would say jealous or unvalorized by our works. They feel really glad to see that something is continuing, with a new creativity, and not a new spirit because it's the same spirit,
a new-
but a new touch, we say.
The thing Catherine and I are very happy they come back, Baptiste, France and Paul, to make the job, because that follow for a generation, perhaps a new generation with Solange and with the future children arriving. If they don't come, perhaps we should ask questions to sell, and that should be finished for our country or for our field.
And your philosophy, it's all your philosophy that is...
Guys, thank you so much for taking the time, and Trinch.
French. French. French.